gonna make him an offer again.
Of all the gin joints and all the towns
You
and all the
can't
world.
handle the truth. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the
Frankly,
war room.
my dear, I don't give a damn.
This is where the fun begins.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
All right, hello, buddy. Welcome to another episode of Multiplex movie Melee. Ourselves another melee match here. A little bit of guys like who maybe haven't had as many matches. They're coming in. Both have 1-1. The opening 500 record, if you will. Usually interesting to see what happens when you get two people like that back in the ring. Got Dylan here with me to co-host this one. Type of match do you think we got here today, Dylan?
I think it should be a good one, very entertaining one. I like both these guys a lot. I think they're very entertaining competitors and way better than their records suggest. They also have very weird records because they're both technically 1-1 on paper today, but we've seen them play like way more times than just 2 times a piece. So that's interesting. But yeah, I'm excited to see who comes out on top. I think it should be a good one.
All righty. We'll bring in our first competitor, Brandon Cohen. Here he is. How you doing today, Brandon?
Doing all right. I'm shocked to hear that I'm 1-1. Actually, I thought I would be way worse than that. It feels like I'm 1 in 100, but hopefully today it won't be 1 in 101. So I'm feeling good. I'm tired of playing people I like. I wish I had someone I hate so I can talk actual crap about him. But Erick's like the nicest person on the planet. But I have beat him before. He's beaten me a lot more. So hopefully I can beat him for the second time. So we'll see.
All right. So what happens here? We'll bring in your opponent, as you brought up. Bring in Erick Moreno and move him right over there. How you doing, Erick?
I'm just realizing my room is a mess. Don't look at the sides, people.
Everyone look. Everyone look. Shoes.
Yes.
Shoes.
The shoe is all alone over there. Oh, there's the other one. And now it's it. Whatever. Yeah, I'm in the same predicament as Brandon. I hate playing people I like, especially people I've teamed before. We just teamed last year. We had a lot of fun. We didn't win much, but it was a lot of fun. This one is going to be a lot of fun. I know firsthand not to, like, how you say it, do not recognize the talent that Brandon has, because Brandon is a lights out champion, whatever you want champion, Mr. 300. He's a very smart person. He gets to the answer in a way I haven't seen anyone else do, because he's really smart. He's a teacher. So he might teach me today, or I might teach him. I don't know.
More often, just to hype me up. This is great.
I can manage you. I don't mind.
Yeah, you're hired. Mario, you're fired. Erick.
Oh, no, Nasario's great. Nasario will get you through that challenge. I do not know how to challenge, but that's something else. Even if somebody else who speaks with an accent, I'm here.
Yeah, I mentioned about rooms is my. You keep focusing on that Post-it note that's on my door that I don't even know what's on there. I'm not even going to check to look.
We got to know what it says.
We're going to start off round number 1. It's going to work like this. You're going to get 8 questions in 8 general movie categories. You have 15 seconds to write your answer down on your whiteboard. At the end of that time, we'll ask that you show and verbalize your answer. Get a point for each correct answer, and get all 8 correct. You will receive a bonus question, also worth a point. Got 3 repeats and a challenge to use throughout the match. Anything else before we get started? Cool.
I don't know.
First question coming in the category of Westerns. What does the title refer to in Silverado?
Yeah, I forgot they were on a trios team together. We should have got Dean to manage them both here today. That would have been great.
Yeah. What was our team? The New Blood? I think the New Blood.
The New Blood.
Yeah, we were named after Friday the 13th sequel, much like another team we play, pretty sure.
3.
I thought they just called us that in like the
1.
special. So we're just like
Pens down. Let's go to Brandon.
Horse.
All right, Erick.
I said a town.
Yeah, a town. That's correct. It is the name of the town. So, Erick, going up 1-0.
I always thought it was about a car. Probably not for a Western.
The modern remake.
Your next question will be in the category of the 2010s. Who directed Ted?
Yeah. I don't know what to say. Like, After yesterday, I'm terrified of bringing up the movie we just asked about. I'm like, oh, what do we just...
You're just in awe of that question. You're speechless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
5,
poignantly worded.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Eric.
I said David Gordon Green to write something.
All right, Eric. Brandon. What the hell?
Try again. I just went with Seth MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane is correct.
Oh,
Tying it up here,
forgot.
1-1. Going into your next question, which is funnily titled "Fantasy/Sci-Fi." Your question: what kind of creature is Jacob in Twilight New Moon? We
That's
gonna
very
do that from
funny.
now on? Switch fantasy and sci-fi like that, and just
I don't like it.
Like, we should have kept these movies where they belong, which is it in fandom,
5,
in their own
I
category.
like this level of
3,
fandom questions.
1. Pens down. Let's go to Brandon.
Do these YA questions. Werewolf.
Eric.
Well, first of all, he's an asshole, but he's also a werewolf.
Yeah, werewolf is
He marries
correct.
a baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
creep.
On the spot.
Your next question will be in the category of actors and actresses. Who stars in A Clockwork Orange, Caligula, and Time After Time?
That would be interesting if he just that was part of the fourth movie. He just marries the baby, like just as the baby, like they
They
wrote
have
it.
a wedding
So
ceremony for
yeah.
it?
5,
Not a student who's
Repeat the question.
Oh,
okay.
that is your first repeat. Your question again in actors and actresses. Who stars in A Clockwork Orange, Caligula, and Time After Time? I was about to say who stars as A Clockwork Orange. And that just would
Titular
not have
clock.
been correct. Who plays the titular clock in A Clockwork Orange?
No.
Or who works at the clock in the clock? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
Sorry.
We'll just go to Eric.
I said Martin McDowell. That's not his name. I'm forgetting his name. It's
Brandon.
something McDowell.
Malcolm.
Damn it.
Malcolm McDowell is correct. So Brandon takes the lead there, 3-2. Going into your next question, the category of classics. The Bad and the Beautiful follows characters in what industry? I don't know what this is.
Are we going to penalize Brandon for not having the silent L in Malcolm? I'm just
Malcolm.
kidding.
Sorry.
Just kidding.
Okay, yeah, get out of
A
here.
and
No,
Mac
sorry.
afterwards.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Brandon.
Sounds like some fashion stuff.
All right, Eric.
I should have gone for that, but I went with film industry. I don't know.
The film industry is correct.
Okay.
Eric.
How about
Tying
the
it up.
jewelry models?
It's a solid guess, though, for fashion.
Yeah, I almost said passion, but too obvious.
So your next question will be in the category of family. Who voices Knuckles in Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
Yes, I believe what Brandon was thinking of earlier was The Bold and the Beautiful.
No.
Favorite soap operas among moms across the country.
Yes.
See, this is not soap opera movie trivia. Sorry. There's no soap opera movie. That's dumb.
3,
Ruined the joke. Now I'm continuing.
1.
Right.
It's all right.
Talking
Hands
like this.
Okay. God, where the hell? Eric, I think. Yeah.
Idris Elba.
Brandon. Idris Elba is correct. I forgot 100% where we even were. We're all tied up for a piece.
Then we should distract him, so we tied at the end.
Yeah.
Your next question comes in the category of animation. What 2010s animated movie follows an inventor who creates planes for Japan during World War II?
You brought up the bold and the beautiful in the last question, and my mind immediately went to SpongeBob when Squidward's introducing his painting, and he's like, "I called this one bold and brash," and the guy's like, "More like belongs in the trash." Good times.
Five,
I hate that this happened for you, Brent.
3, 2, 1.
I know what happened.
Let's go to Brandon.
Shout out to my Thursday show that Eric was on, where I watched The Wind Rises for the first time 2 weeks ago.
Eric.
Yeah, I hate those coincidences. The Wind Rises. It's great.
The Wind Rises is
You get
correct.
1.5
We are
stars.
stay tied at 5. And the last question, round 1.
Which will come in the category of coming of age. I'll add the /teen because the writer didn't add it. But coming of age /teen.
You prick.
Ryan Philippe, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Reese Witherspoon star in what coming of age film?
Yeah. I don't know what this writer's thinking. They're trying to change up our categories. Like fantasy / sci-fi, coming of age, taking out teen, get the fuck out of here. I don't know. We're trying to do a takeover here or something.
It's very important. We don't have that many coming of age movies about adults.
5,
We gotta add teen there.
3,
We
2,
have Game of Age.
1. Pens down. Let's go to Eric.
Cruel Intentions, which the writer had. Right? Forgetting teen.
It's Brandon.
Cruel Intention.
Cruel Intentions is correct. So at the end of round number 1, have both players here tied at 6 points. Is that what you have, Dylan? Alrighty. Going into round number 2, which is our wheel round, which both players will get a chance to spin our wheel. If they like what they land on the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can elect to spin again, but they must keep what they land on the second time. You're going to get 5 questions, whatever category you land on, worth 2 points apiece, or you can check down to multiple choice for 1 point apiece. There is stealing, so please, both players, watch your asses on that one. The categories they can spin on today are neon horror and baseball comedies, which are our strength categories, as well as horror, animation, sports, romance, musicals, coming of age /teen, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Eric, you're higher ranked, so it's up to you whether or not you want to spin first or defer.
I'll defer.
Alrighty.
You gotta remember my Malcolm from my Martins in the meantime.
But I might take your neon horror from you.
First spin,
please.
Brandon. And you land on sports. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Yeah, I'll keep it.
All right, you got it. All right. Hey, Dylan, you like sports. Why don't you give him those sports questions?
Sure. Your first question in the category of sports. 2021's Boogie centers around what sport?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, baseball, B, basketball, C, wrestling, or D, ice skating.
I was thinking basketball. Basketball? Final answer?
That is correct for 1 point.
Is that a DeMarcus Cousins biopic? What is that?
Is it Mark? No. Okay.
No, it's not.
That's where my mind went. Okay.
Your next question. Jake sees Vicky for the first time at what type of location in Raging Bull?
Say a restaurant.
That is incorrect. Eric for the 2 point steal.
Said public pool.
That is correct for 2 points.
Yeah.
Thank you. The movie debates with Tato. We talk about Raging Bull.
So your next question. Who plays Ricky's crew chief, Lucius Washington, in Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby?
Ving Rhames.
That is incorrect. Eric for the 2 point steal.
I don't know who's in that besides a couple people. Let's say John C. Reilly.
That is also incorrect. We're looking for Michael Clark Duncan.
Oh,
Yeah, Tato lore, Brandon. That's awful.
Your penultimate question in this category. What NHL team ends up playing the team from the titular town in Mystery, Alaska?
the New York
And we-
Rangers.
Yeah, that is correct.
Sorry, the question was done.
It was. I was just gonna say we only need the team name,
What-
but you said
Oh,
you said the city and the team name, so we're good. Anyways,
What if it was another hockey movie, Brandon?
your final question in this category: who directed Next Goal Wins?
Taika Waititi.
And that is correct for 2 points.
Nice.
Alrighty, that do Brandon's turn at round 2. We got a score up to 11. Eric, with that steal at 8 that we have Dylan.
That is what I have.
All right. We'll bring up the wheel again, and this will be Eric's spin at the wheel. You land on romance. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh, okay.
Spanish is
I
the
don't
one
know.
we love.
Yeah. It's actually
There
a
you go.
romance language. So, yeah.
And all right. I'll give your questions here in round 2. So your first question in romance. In Love, Simon, Bram confesses to Simon that he has the one email. Wait, let me start again. In Love, Simon, Bram confesses to Simon that he has been the one emailing Simon while at what type of location?
Oh, gotta. No, I go multiple. It's been a while.
Right. Multiple choice options are A, an amusement park, B, a beach, C, a lighthouse, or D, a golf course.
Is it A, an amusement park?
That is correct for 1 point.
Ah, shit, okay.
We're sending emails out of amusement parks.
No, I think that the other they went the other way. I was confused. I was going to ask clarification about them because
On a roller
did,
coaster.
did they mean he was like at a library or something? Sending them
Next
things?
question.
Next question.
Comes to the
Alright.
category. What am I doing? Next question. The Handmaiden takes place primarily in what country?
Yeah, multiple choice. Gotta play it safe.
Okay. Multiple choice options are A, South Korea, B, Japan, C, China, or D, Thailand.
South Korea.
That is correct for 1 point.
Ah, once again, I should have gone for it.
I didn't know if it seemed like a trick.
Your next question. Who plays graduate student Oliver in Call Me By Your Name?
That's Army Hammer.
That is correct for 2 points.
The other guy is Elio. Elio. Yes, you could be confused because Call Me By Your Name, they call it by each other's names and all that.
The next question. In Brokeback Mountain, after Jack dies, Ennis keeps what possession of Jack's to remember him by?
A jacket.
That is incorrect. Going over to Brandon for the 2-point steal.
I was going to say one thing, but based off of that answer, I'm going to say shirt.
That is correct for 2 points.
Isn't it a shit? Looks a lot like a jacket. Should I?
Are you going to challenge?
Look at. I should have brought him in here. So I'm very confused about that. Let's. No.
All right.
Are we sure? No. Yeah, it's fine. No, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, so here's your final question in romance. Who directed Carol?
Todd Haynes.
That is correct for 2 points, taking the lead right back with that. I have Eric getting a score up to 14. Brandon at 13. Is that what you have, Dylan?
That is what I have. Yet.
All right, great. We're going into round number 3, which is our Pick Your Poison round, in which our players have drafted from our list of general categories before the match, and they'll now draft from the categories that they picked earlier to see what they'll answer here in round number 3. Once a category is selected, it cannot be picked or answered by their opponent. The categories that have been selected today are sports, directors, comic book movies, actors and actresses, animation, recent releases, comedy, and horror. Can have our competitors pick their categories and hopefully come back to finish this one out. We're back. All right. Competitors have picked their categories, and we are either going to go until we are out of questions or one player has been mathematically eliminated. We will start with the player that is behind currently, and that is Brandon. So, Brandon, what would you like to take for your 1 point question?
I'm gonna take horror.
Or you got it. Who was that? Yeah. I'll be giving you your horror questions, right? I gave Eric his question round 2. So, is your 1 point question in horror? In what horror film are we first introduced to the serial killer Charles Lee Ray?
This didn't pay off.
5, 4,
Repeat the question.
3. All right, that is your first repeat. Your question again. What the fuck is it? In what horror film are we first introduced to the serial killer Charles Lee Ray?
Silence of the Lambs.
That is incorrect. Looking for Child's Play. Child's Play.
Oh, does that make sense?
The Charlie Chuck. Yeah.
I gave it
Chucky.
real name.
So Brandon, we will stick with you. What would you like to take for your 2 point question?
Recent releases.
All right, you got it. All right. Here's your 2-pointer. Recent releases. Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh star in what recent release?
We Live in Time.
And that is correct for 2 points. Brandon takes the lead there, 15. Eric still has 14, so we'll go back over to Eric. What would you like to take for your 1 point question?
I'll take comedy.
Alrighty.
Your 1 point question in the category of comedy. Marilyn Monroe plays a character named Sugar Cane Kowalczyk in which classic comedy?
Some Like It Hot.
That is correct for 1 point.
I do like it hot. Well, at this time of the year, not later when it's hotter.
Oh, Eric just tied it up there at 15. So we will stick with Eric. What do you like to take for your 2-pointer?
I'll take actors and actresses. Yeah.
All right. Your 2-pointer in actors and actresses. Will Ferrell, Ian McKellen, and Robert Downey Jr. have all played what character?
Sherlock Holmes.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right. Aaron's taking back the lead, 17. Going back over to Brandon. What would you like to take for your 3-point question?
We'll go sports.
There you got it. All right. Here's your 3-pointer in the category of sports. In which 90s football film will you find players putting an alligator in the showers to taunt a player?
Okay. I have one in my mind. I have to. The Water Boy.
That is incorrect. We're looking for Any Given Sunday. Any Given Sunday. So that we got Brandon has one more question remaining, which is his 4-pointer. I saw something move over there. He's got his 4-point question remaining in comic book movies, which he needs to hit to send it back over to Eric to answer more questions. If not, Eric will win the match. And as a reminder, Brandon, you do have 2 more repeats. So here's your 4-point question in comic book movies. In Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, what does Superman trap Nuclear Man inside of before throwing him into the moon?
I have no idea.
5, 4.
We'll
Three,
play this out. Repeat the
two.
question.
All right, that's your second repeat your question again. In Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, what does Superman trap Nuclear Man inside of before throwing him into the moon?
What could trap a person? Say a
5,
bottle.
4. And your winner, Erick Moreno. The correct answer was elevator. Trapped him in an elevator.
Almost there. I was almost there.
Take out our competitors for a little bit and talk to my co-host here a little bit. Good match. Definitely very even throughout the majority of the match. Both players tied after round 1. Both got their licks in here in round 2. Just a little bit of a hiccup for Brandon here in round 3, but very well played by both here. Dylan, how do you think they did?
Yeah, great match. Like you said, great back and forth. There was a moment in there in round 2 where it looked like Erick was kind of like starting to pull away a bit, and then Brandon came right back with that big 2-point steal, which was crucial to keep him in the game, to make it only a 1 point, being only 1 point down going into round 3. Pretty high scoring too, 17-15. That's a solid score for both competitors. But yeah, Erick, a very solid performance from him. Like I said, 17 points, and now I believe this did secure him a spot in the upcoming tournament. So congrats to him. Excited to see what he could do moving forward.
Yeah, I'll go and bring in our first player for interviews. Bring in Brandon. Brandon, you say you still play 6 points. Very good total here to come out of round number 1. You're able to navigate your turn at the wheel, able to get that steal big. But how do you feel you played today?
Feel pretty good. It's the best round 1 I've had in a long time. I was feeling pretty good in round 2. I took a little bit of a gamble throwing out something on that Raging Bull question. Should have maybe checked down. I think I actually might have got with the pool. So that kind of cost me some stuff. And then who knows where we would have been had him answer some questions because we've been tied. So it was a tight match. He played, he plays like he always does. He plays great. Just happy that I was in a close one for once and got some questions right. Thought I would take horror. I guess it kind of paid off because he was able to get it for his fourther, but it didn't matter. So, I'm just happy to play and happy I don't have to lose in a tournament again. So that's cool.
I'll only 1 and 2. We're definitely probably bringing back at some point for singles. Definitely for teams some point. I don't know.
Cody loves me. Of course, I'll be back.
I don't know if anybody you want to play or whatever. Like, what you got?
Cody.
Interesting. Calling out the guy like who runs the league. All right. We'll see if we can make that happen. Guys have similar strengths, I'll tell you that much.
Yes.
So we'll see you down the road, Brandon. And we're bringing your winner today, Erick. I know, Erick, able to pull off the win here. Again, played pretty evenly with Brandon. Able to hit your round 3 categories here. It kind of was the difference maker here a little bit. But overall, how do you feel you did today?
You fool, Brandon. You don't listen to me. You don't take horror away from me. You fool. I'm kidding. No, I love Brandon. Hopefully this reminds him that he's actually really good. Not that I play like perfect. Like I made mistakes that I shouldn't have made. Mostly Malcolm McDowell and the shirt. Name a band after that. Michael McDowell. I'm gonna be pissed about. I hate winning because even if I win, I complain about missing. But I complain against myself, not against the writers. They did everything right this time. But I should remember Malcolm McDowell. I love the Halloween movies. He's there. He's Dr. Loomis. I'm gonna be pissed about that one and the shirt. The shirt a little bit less, I guess. I remembered in my head like it was more denim-ish, which makes sense because they use a lot of denim in that movie. Denim is very confusing for not an American. It's very confusing. But hold up.
Oh, never had that before.
As usual, yeah, interrupted and all that. I forgot my train of thought. Yeah, I'm excited to lose in a tournament next time. I haven't done that in a while. I don't get in many tournaments, to be honest. That's why.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Like a lot of people in there. Anybody hoping to see? I don't know.
I'm always hoping to see. Every time we play in teams, Raiko and I say we should play Sam and Tom again. So I'm happy to see like Tom, maybe Sam, not Raiko because I don't want to eliminate him from a tournament, and I don't. He doesn't want to eliminate me, so I don't want to see Raiko in singles. In teams, of course, I want to see him very much. He doesn't show up. What are we going to do? But I'll see. I don't know who's playing, so I'll have to see who is going to pick me as like easy pickings, I guess.
Well, I don't know if it'll be easy pickings, but definitely see you in the tournament later, and see you down the road. And congratulations again for today. And yeah, maybe later down the line we'll get to hear everybody's favorite band, Martin McDowell's shirt. Like great band name there. Yeah, that'll do it for us today here at Multiplex Movie Melee. Thank you everybody for showing up today. Thank you, Brandon again. Thank you to our winner again, Eric. Thank you to everybody who helps out run this show, our writers, our editors, and to put the show on to you guys, the viewers. Thank you for being here. Thank you again, Dylan, for doing this here with me. And yeah, everybody, as usual, just be well.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
In case I don't see you.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.